Hey everyone, okay, today I'm going to be showing you or doing a review of the new Makeup Forever makeup brushes. Now, I'll show you the ones that I think are really good and I'll show you the ones that I think are not very good. Obviously, with my own brush line in production, this is probably the last kind of big set that I'm going to buy, but it's worth going on about because they look gorgeous. They just don't all perform that way, unfortunately, but we'll show you now the really good ones. And there's also going to be a competition coming up, so look out for that. Okay, so the first one that's really good is brush number 134, which is this fan brush. They're all synthetic, the new Makeup Forever line. And this fan brush is great because you can put bronzer on, you can contour with, you can apply highlight. It's a great brush. It's not the softest of them. And when these are washed, as I have washed them, they tend to lose some of that softness, which is a bit odd, but it's a good brush and one that you should definitely consider. The handles on these are also absolutely lovely. I don't know if they are ebony wood, but they just look great. This is the 152 brush. Can be used to apply blusher, highlighter, or mineral or powder foundations and liquids. It's a very good brush. The face brushes tend to be excellent. It's the eyeshadow brushes that are really quite poor. This is 126, a huge brush that you can apply your liquid or powder foundation with. It's too big for blush, but it's good for bronzer and all the other things. It's a lovely brush and very, very soft. This is a strange one, the 410. It's the artistic side of things. Great for contouring and highlighting with, which is how I would use it, but you can also use it to paint your foundation on and with body work, which is what it's designed for. This is one of the few eyeshadow brushes that's good. It's the 256. It's a push liner brush. It's very, very nice indeed, and it's very, very firm and not as soft as I would like. The 2110 brush, a small little brush used for eyeshadow and underneath the brow bone and to an extent eyebrows, is about the end of the good brushes for the eyes. Show you a couple more. 146 is a blush brush which is angled, as you can see, can be used to apply your blush and or your highlight or contour. A huge foundation brush, number 108, very, very soft brush, but bear in mind they don't feel this soft after they've been washed a few times. A big brush to apply your liquid foundation or your creams. This is the 406, which again is the body or the artistic brushes. Same principles apply. You can contour and highlight with this and or apply foundation if you are looking for a bizarre little brush. 140, a small little blush highlight brush. Very small, very, very soft and very, very pretty. Good for blush and highlight and that kind of stuff. Lovely. The 154 brush, a flat stubby brush that is excellent for applying your blush. It's really, really quite lovely indeed. And they've also got angled tips to them at the bottom, which you can use to push in your fake lashes if that's so you wish. 100, the pointed foundation brush, very soft, very good to apply foundation, to get close to the eyes. It's soft, we like. Also the 412, which looks like a paintbrush. Fantastic if you want to contour and highlight like I do. You know I draw on the lines. This makes it very simple to draw your lines all over your face. It's a very good brush and you will be pleased if you like contouring. Now on to those brushes that are just not very good at all. As far as I'm concerned, the brushes are good for liquids and creams and powders, the face ones. Eyeshadow ones, I really would suggest leaving them alone. The 212 brush, pencil brush used for your lid and underneath is just too hard, I think, for your eyelids. It's just not soft enough and therefore I do not like it at all. The 242, which is a crease brush, is not that soft at all on the eyes. It's not scratchy, but it's not soft. Because there's no point to it, you can't really get a decent kind of crease color going, and it splays too much as well. So it's not the best brush in the entire world. This one is pretty poor. The 236 brush, which is a blender brush, I believe, It does not feel soft on your eyelids at all. It is too big for most people's creases. It's just not the loveliest brush at all. 232, very pointed angled brush, can be used for the crease work, but because of the way that it bends, the fibers splay out a little bit, and therefore you're not going to get the most accurate of kind of results. 214, same principle but smaller. This is much better for the inner corner of the eye and works relatively well, but again, they don't hold product. The synthetic brushes, what happens is you pick up the powder, it keeps it on there, and then it just deposits it directly onto the lid. It just sort of plops it on there, and therefore you don't end up with the best sort of results. And the 240, which is a very short stubby brush, good for underneath the brow, good for the lid, but they just don't deposit powder the same way. I've actually got two more brushes. Hang on a second, I'm so sorry. So unprofessional. I've actually got three brushes. The lovely 112 brush, a thick, stumpy foundation brush or powder brush, is gorgeous, is great. You should definitely think about getting it. The very odd, very problematic 122 brush, which is the stippling brush. The hair on it is really bizarre, and it will only give you the sheerest coverage you can ever get. It looks great, it is not that great, unfortunately. And the 406, which is a smaller version of that paintbrush, good for contouring and highlighting and all of those things. With regards to the good brushes, there is a giveaway that I will be doing very shortly, so stay tuned for the good ones. I'll be giving 3 really good brand new Makeup Forever brushes away. So to recap, face brushes, good. Eyeshadow brushes, I really would consider going elsewhere, but that's just my personal opinion. Otherwise, because you know I'm a big Makeup Forever fan, it's just for me, they're not to my taste. Thank you for watching. Sorry I went on, and I will see you all next time. Thanks so much. Bye bye.